matchup in the second round, the round of 32, coming to you here today. The 7-seeded Virginia Cavaliers and the 2-seeded Creighton Blue Jays. Shout out to Tim for saying that our video was awesome. We just came off the USC Gonzaga game, and the 8-seeded Trojans pulled off a big upset in the Wild Wild West, 84-66 over the Zags. They're the first 1 seed to go down. The West has been wild, but now
it got even wilder.
We move on down a region.
Whew, look at those sweet baby blue unis.
Over to the south we go now. The 2-seeded Creighton Blue Jays and the 7-seeded Virginia Cavaliers. The ball is tipped, and Creighton wins the tip. Excuse me, this is the Midwest region. The winner will go on to face the winner of Michigan State Stanford. That game is going on right now over on the Neutral Site YouTube channel. Shout out to those guys. Go subscribe to the Neutral Site. Scoring started off by Creighton, up 2-0. This game, first stir, P.T. Pierce, who you got? Diakite, and 1 at the hoop.
Well, took the words right out of my mouth there, Hutch.
Is that your guy, Stir?
Diakite, he had a strong game last time. He wasn't our Zaxby's player of the game. It ended up going to Braxton Key because he shot 10 of 11 from the field and just had a heck of a performance. But Mamadi Diakite was right there with him. I expect him to have another big night as he completes the three-point play. And for the Creighton Blue Jays, you got to go with their main man, Tyshawn Alexander, the junior guard from Oak Hill Academy. He averages 17 points a game, 5 rebounds. He's their leading scorer on offense, and he's going to run the point for the Blue Jays.
Another guy to look out for Creighton is sophomore guard Marcus Zegarowski. He gets 16 a game to go along with 5 assists. This is Mahoney now driving into the middle of the lane. And Stir, this game is a matchup of great offense against great defense. The Creighton Blue Jays offense ranked 3rd in efficiency in the country by Ken Pomeroy, and the Virginia defense.
Walden Tensei, stop, pop, ho, 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 Green Giant. Walden Tensei, first tray ball of the game.
Well, Virginia with the 242nd ranked offense, and Ken Pom gets 6 points in the first minute. I've actually got the upset. Oh,
Alexander. Woo.
I've actually got the upset picked in my bracket. I've got the 7-seeded Cavaliers to beat the Blue Jays. You got any predictions for tonight's game, Stir?
I'm going with you, Hutch. I believe Virginia. They're much more well-oiled in the tournament. Lots more experience. They won the tournament last year.
I trust Tony Bennett.
You got Tony and Greg going at it. It's more so.
McDermott, of course, the coach of the Blue Jays and the father of
Doug McDermott.
Doug McDermott,
shooting guard for the Indiana Pacers.
That's correct. We learned that Butler guard Sean McDermott, not related to the family.
But just to contrast the two styles of play, Creighton Blue Jays average 78.3 points a game, which is 21st in the country. And the Virginia Cavaliers average 57 points a game, which is 21 less. And that's good for 351st out of 353 teams in the country. So the Cavaliers only average more points than 2 teams in all of college basketball.
Good thing that
but it wins
you up less than anybody.
But it wins you national championships.
Somehow, they still went 15-5, finished second in the ACC. Kihei Clark throws it to the middle of the lane. Walden Tensei back out to Diakite on the left side. Diakite picks it up, middle of the floor. Now gives to Morsell, who drives to the middle, pulls up, 11-footer, no good, rebound to Jones. Jones gives to Alexander, and Creighton's coming back the other way. Stir, it'll be so fun to watch this matchup between the Virginia defense and the Creighton offense tonight. See how many points Creighton will score.
Well, last time when we called the Virginia game against Arizona State, they put up 85, which was the most they'd put up all year. Beat their 78 mark.
Of course, Virginia doesn't have the same team back that won them a national title last year, but they've still got some really good players and some key pieces back from that team. You got Diakite and Kihei Clark and Braxton Key all, of course, back, and this is still a really good Virginia ball club. Ballack now on the right side for Creighton. He gets a ball screen, coming left, throws it into Bishop onto the hoop. Can't finish right there next to the hoop. Nice contest by Diakite. Virginia throws it up the floor to Walden Tensei, and Now they'll set up the offense. Morcell draws the reach-in foul from Mahoney. Timeout, Tony Bennett. Early timeout. Virginia hasn't scored here in almost 3 minutes, but they got off to a hot start, made a couple of shots, and Virginia is up 6-4 going into this first timeout.
Shout out to our St. Anthony Bears dance team. On our last broadcast, we had a St. Anthony Bears fan account pop up in the live chat, which is very, very exciting to see. One of the best dance teams in all of college basketball.
If you're watching again and you're a member of the Hutchinson family and we would know who you are, feel free to tell us. Jones comes down with the rebound for the Blue Jays.
Feel free to hit that subscribe button too.
Of course, that goes for all one of you watching. Hit that subscribe button. Alexander guarded by Clark out the top of the key. He throws to Ballack on the right wing. Ballack gets a ball screen, driving middle again. Ballack is a left-handed player, much stronger going left. Alexander for three now, no good. Braxton Key comes down with the rebound for Virginia.
Thomas Walden Tensei on the wing, drives left, over to Diakite. He's got the ISO, nice spin move, but he's cut off. Back to that left hand. Woo, what a pretty finger roll.
That's a lot tougher than it looks there. The left hand, the offhand from 13 feet. Boy, that's tough.
Man, that was a scoop little flick of the wrist from about 12, 13 feet. Nice English.
Tough, spelled Tuff, like the kids say nowadays. Alexander steps back and drills the long two. Step back, cheddar jack.
Tyshawn Alexander, my PTP Hutch. He's got to put up some big numbers tonight.
Absolutely.
Kihei Clark gets to the rim. Back out.
Kihei Clark's a small little guard. I think he stands about 5 foot 10 inches tall. Walden Tensei pulls up from the elbow, knocks it down. Walden Tensei, a couple of jump shots early.
He had a solid performance in that first game. Probably the third leading scorer behind Braxton Key and Diakite, but he's a leading scorer so far with 5. And Alexander can't finish. Kicks it out to Bishop, the lefty. He rims it out. Rebound to Diakite. And the Cavaliers are pushing. 2-on-3. Morcell on the wing. Gives it to Kihei.
Clark. Pass almost stolen, but it gets to Morcell. Morcell forces up a shot, and he gets fouled by Ballack. Morcell will go to the line for 2 for the Cavaliers.
Now, Hutch, obviously one of the reasons the Cavaliers were able to score 85 points last game is because of this 24-second shot clock, which really speeds things up as Morcell got an extra look, missed it. Here comes Tyshawn Alexander. He'll pull for 3, no good.
He hasn't been scared to shoot in the early going, and I would say that he has pretty much a green light as their leading scorer. And quick shout out to some big Hutchinson fans, Matt Martin and Kalen Pop, soon to be Kalen Martin because they just got engaged today. We are live on Hutchinson, sending you the announcement. Shout out to Matt Martin and Kalen Pop.
To those guys, that's a huge milestone, and we've been waiting a while.
Clark comes back the other way, throws it to the corner of Key. Virginia tacked on 2 more while we were announcing the engagement.
And Braxton Key with another 2. Woo!
Greg McDermott may need a T-O-ster. It's 15-6 Cavaliers, baby. Thank you to Dickie V for joining the broadcast there for a second.
If Virginia can continue to put up points like they have been against Arizona State and like they have been here in the first 7 minutes, I like them to maybe go to the Final Four.
To be reckoned with.
Woo.
A possible matchup between them and the Spartans in the next round would be a matchup of 2 smoking hot teams coming in.
Ooh.
That would be a good one.
Nice tip in from Kelvin Jones, the 6'11 senior center from Chihuahua, Mexico. He went to Hobbs High School.
They lob it up to Huff, but the pass is stolen away by Jones.
I think that he saw the wrong guy. Oh, Tyshawn Alexander. Whew. Way to run the floor. There's a reason he averages 17 a game. He's already got 6. Morcell gets it in the corner. Lobs it up again, and this time it's going to work. Jay Huff.
Still looking at this Midwest region. I know you didn't make a bracket, but who would you have going to the Final Four? I personally have the Spartans Michigan State, myself, beat.
Ooh, Tyshawn Alexander on his head. Ride him, Cowboy. Tyshawn Alexander with 10 of the 12 here for the Cavaliers, and Morcell.
Tough finish. They answer right back.
Nice back cut. The Cavaliers really pushing the tempo here.
I personally have Michigan State defeating Virginia in the Sweet 16 and making a run all the way to the title game. I was wondering what you thought of the Midwest region.
You know what? I'm going to have Virginia going to the Final Four myself. With all the upsets going on.
Seed.
With all
those
the
upsets are mostly in the Wild Wild West. This is the Midwest, though, so it's kind of close.
A lot of upsets, and Virginia, you have the number one defense in the country, scoring 85 points in the first game. That's going to be pretty unstoppable if they can keep that up.
Clark with a tough finish. The little fella finishing amongst the giraffes in the lane.
And they got 21 points in the first 9 minutes. This is looking a little bit like Thanos. So unstoppable. Oh, man, that's Tony Bennett's going to be mad there.
If you're Braxton Key, how are you going to let Ballack come up with that rebound? You got to box him out and go get it.
Ballack. Oh, he rattled that one home.
Came back to bite him in the butt.
That's a killer. Tyshawn Alexander, nice assist. I think he could go for 30 tonight. If Virginia's defense
keep shooting this many times.
He shot a lot. Key has it.
I'm not begrudging him that. He is the best player, and he's gotten some of them to go down as Clark misses a mid-range jumper, and the rebound comes off to Jones. He outlets to Ballack. No numbers for Creighton, so he'll pull it out. Just a couple of second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so Creighton's going to run this one down to the end of the shot clock to take their shot.
Statman seeing his first action of the game for the Cavaliers.
Alexander with a good look from the corner.
Ho, 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 Green Giant. Tyshawn Alexander. He's got 13 here in the first 10 minutes. Kihei Clark from half court.
Oh, he almost knocked it in.
But the Creighton Blue Jays, a little 6-0 run right there in the last couple minutes, gets to cut the lead to 3.
A couple of tray balls, one by Ballack and one by Alexander. And that's all needed for the momentum to switch hands from the Cavaliers to the Blue Jays.
Tyshawn Alexander well on his way to 30. He's got 13 of the first 10 minutes. Who's been our highest scorer so far in this tournament? Was it Robinson Earl with 30? No, it was Jabari Rice.
Rice had 33 points for New Mexico State Aggies in their upset of the Oregon Ducks in the first round stir.
He outdueled Peyton Pritchard, then he ended up only having 20.
Only 20. Mediocre effort as Clark knocks down both free throws for Virginia to open the scoring in the second quarter.
Had 20 in their game against Stephen F. Austin. But maybe Tyshawn Alexander could get 33, and he gets to the rack and he'll miss that one.
Good aggressive take, though, by Alexander to get to the 10. Virginia pushing Statman with a little floater.
Woo! Statman coming off the bench for the Cavaliers. Nice little finish there. Cody Statman, he's from Australia, the 6'7 guard. He averages about 4 a game.
The Aussie.
As Nick Zeal comes in for the Creighton Blue Jays, he only averages about only half a point a game, and he'll rim out that 3. Nice tip-in. That's the second tip-in from Kelvin Jones.
Whew. The left hand. Do you think Kyle Statman, with his Aussie roots, do you think he surfs? I've always kind of wanted to surf.
He looks like a surfer.
Hang loose, bro. Ride the waves.
He's got that long flow, little wet hair. He's saying like Frank Caliendo there.
This is his first free throw.
Missed both of them.
Both of them. Mahoney now across the timeline for the Blue Jays.
Call me 3 times. You lose undelivered. Tyshawn Alexander back at it. He can't finish. He's taken about 3/4 of the shots for the Blue Jays so far. Kihei Clark to the basket. He's blocked. Gets his own rebound down low. He's still working it. Trying to find a little opening. And he'll pull it back out with 8 on the shot clock. Ball screen from Diakite.
Pulls up for 3.
Oh, rattles out. Rebound by Jefferson. That's Damian Jefferson, the 6'5 junior forward from East Chicago, Indiana. Tyshawn back at it again. Pulls up, right-handed. No good. Rebound by Bishop. He's hacked. And it can't finish. And that's the second personal on Mamadi Diakite.
Could be trouble. Virginia doesn't have too much big man depth.
And Christian Bishop rattles both of them home. From Lee's Summit, Montana. He averages about 9 points a game. And the Blue Jays have cut it to 3 here. Kihei Clark gets to that right hand. Nice finish at the rim. Among the giraffes, as Hutch likes to say.
Every time he finishes in the lane. Bishop now working, gets a ball screen. Dribbles right, puts it up with the right hand.
Woo!
Got it to go.
I feel like
Virginia's defense has been getting beat quite often by Creighton's offense, but you know what? They've been scoring themselves, and they're up 3.
One of the reasons Tyshawn Alexander has 13 early is because he's got a really small Kihei Clark on him, and he's taking advantage down low.
Statman gives off to Walden Tensei on the left wing. Almost stolen away, but it's out of bounds. It's going to stay with Virginia. 0.6 seconds on the shot clock. Got to go for a tip here.
Well, as we've seen here in the 2K universe, pretty hard to get a shot off with less than a second on the shot clock.
Clark gets it
And
off.
he gets
in the
it off.
corner.
Woo!
No good. Mahoney comes down with the board for the Blue Jays and throws it all the way up to Jefferson on the left wing. Jefferson now backs out. Creighton sets up the offense. Jefferson now getting in the lane. Kicks out to Zeal for 3. No good. Rebound to Bishop.
He's blocked.
By Diakite. Smothered chicken.
Statman pull up Jay. That rattles out. And now Diakite, he's got the takeover activated. He's lurking around down in the paint. Throws it into Bishop. He'll pull it out. I think they're scared of Diakite, Hutch.
How could you not be? The 6'11" big man looming inside around the 10. Just waiting to swat your shot into the seats.
Mahoney, 3. That rattles out. Statman with a board. He's pushing the tempo. Kihei Clark, he drives right. Pull up Jay. Rattled it home. He's got 6 points early.
Well, this simulation tournament is a joint production between us here at Hutch and Huber with the Neutral Site. You go check out their guys over there at the Neutral Site YouTube channel, The Neutral Site. They've got a game going on right now. Michigan State and Stanford, the winner of this Virginia-Creighton game, will go on to face the winner of the Michigan State-Stanford game. A lot of good things going on over there at the Neutral Site.
Well, currently, Hutch, Stanford up 42-26. Another upset alert tonight.
The Midwest is getting a little wild, too.
Maybe not as wild as the West, but... Oh, Nick Zeal pulls up again. He can't hit it. He averages a half a point a game. He's already taken 3 shots. Statman drives. Kicks to Clark in the corner. Oh, that's long. That would have been huge for the Cavaliers.
Jefferson throws up to Alexander. Alexander drives the middle lane, puts it up with his left hand. Nice finish at the 10. Timeout, Tony Bennett.
He's got 15 early on.
You know Tony Bennett's not going to be pleased with how much the Creighton Blue Jays have been able to get in the lane, penetrating stir. He's got high expectations for this Virginia defense.
Kihei Clark has just been getting bullied down low, mostly by Tyshawn Alexander. A couple times by Bishop as well. But here comes Statman to bring the ball off the floor, and wouldn't you know it, they take Kihei Clark out of the game. Oh, nice curl cut from Diakite, and he gets the easy lay-in. Green bean from Mamadi Diakite. Puts the Cavs back up 5.
We used to call that a tight cut back in my day when I played. Alexander back up the floor, now guarded by Statman instead of Clark. He throws it over to Jefferson on the wing. He's guarded by Morsell.
No wonder our offense back in high school is called the Virginia offense. Had a lot of great actions off of that.
Boy, Ster, I remember this one time when we were playing in the championship game, and we put up a season-high 87 points.
Walden Tensei from the corner rattles it out. Rebound to Diakite. He's hacked. Oh, hung on the rim for a few seconds there.
Ster, is there anybody on this Virginia team that reminds you of yourself back in your playing days?
Well, I don't know if there's anyone on this Virginia team that could match my shooting.
Same.
I'd also have to agree. But I don't know, maybe a guy like Walden Tensei, a nice wing player. He can knock down the three, also can score down low. But definitely, I'm definitely not as big or as tall as him, but maybe I'm a high school version of.
Whoa!
Oh! Bishop got on the floor!
But it's a backdoor violation. He went flying at least 10 feet in the air. You got to respect that.
That's probably the best effort we've seen all tournament long.
Holy
getting on the floor.
Cow.
That man went da 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 da. He went flying for that one.
That's the best dive on the floor I've seen.
That may have been the only dive on the floor we've seen in this tournament. Diakite swatted by Bishop.
I was going to say it's the best dive I've seen since the young Blue Rhinos camp back in the day. Jefferson now pulls it out for the Blue Jays.
It's a shame only one person saw that. Jefferson or Alexander can't hit that one. J Huff on the rebound.
That's my favorite thing that's happened all tournament is Statman brings the ball the other way for Virginia.
Tyshawn Alexander already taken 15 shots in 16 minutes. He could end up taking 40 by the end of the night. He's on pace for it. Statman into the Akite. Morcell gets it. Walden Tensei, nice spin move. Unnecessary, though. Gets to the 10. It's tipped. Can't finish. Got his own rebound. Statman, three from the wing. Oh, and he missed it. Rebound, Walden Tensei.
Oh, I thought Statman was going to shoot it again.
Here comes Huff. Back out to Morcell. He gets it into the paint. Hands it off to Huff. Over to Statman. Walden Tensei, corner wing three. Can't hit.
This Virginia defense is tightened up here since Tony Bennett took that timeout with about 6 minutes to go in the first half.
Mahoney dumps it off to...
And just as I say that, Jones lays it in for two.
Kelvin Jones, the 6'11 center from Chihuahua, Mexico. He's got 6 points. He had those two nice tip-ins earlier. Nice finish there. Cuts the lead to 5. Game slowed down a little bit here towards the end of the first half.
Favoring the Cavaliers.
Morcell gets inside.
Whoa!
Oh, nice little... Little up and under.
In the air all at one time, synonymously.
Nice little hang time from Casey Morcell.
That's not how you use that word.
Synonymously. Here comes Damian Jefferson off a ball screen. He drives left.
It's okay, there's only one person watching.
Oh!
Jefferson with a tough finish at the 10.
Oh, yeah. He's holding the one up for that and one. Damian Jefferson. Strong take with the left hand, and he'll finish the three-point play. Cuts the lead to 4 for the Cavaliers. I don't know when Kihei Clark's going to come back in. He's been getting bullied all night by Tyshawn Alexander. You don't normally see that. J Huff run the point. Statman a quick three. He rattles it home. Cody Statman, ring him up.
You'll see.
He finally gets one to go.
From long distance, he knows a thing or two about that. He has to pay for long distance calls between him and his parents back in Australia.
The sophomore guard from down under. Ballack to the rack, kicks it out. Delvin Jones over to Jefferson. Damian Jefferson form the shot clock. Trying to work Morcell. He takes a pull-up jumper. That's short. Rebound, J Huff. Statman's going to push the break. Trying to get to that right hand. Stolen by Bishop. Up to Mahoney. He's got Morcell on his back. But now he's going to kick it out to Ballack. Mitchell Ballack. Back over to Jefferson. 8 on the shot clock. He gets a screen. Pull-up jumper. That rattles home. Damian Jefferson for 2.
Statman brings up the ball. Now across the timeline over to the right side. Statman gets all the way into the lane and lays it off the glass.
Hutch, I hope we aren't going Australian voices. Mine's not very good.
Did you see that croc over there in the stands?
Oh, cranky.
Ballack all the way in the lane. Gives it off to Jones, who gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. The foul is the first on J Huff.
Have you ever seen that This is Sports Center commercial with the Florida Gator and
Robert Irwin?
with Robert Irwin?
Is that his name? Steve
Irwin.
Boy, that is a good one.
One of my favorites.
Watch that one at halftime. Morcell throws over to Clark. Clark gives off to Huff. Huff now to Walden. Tensei for three on the left side. A little bit long. Rebound comes off to Jefferson. Jefferson throws to the corner.
Oh, rattled. Oh!
Oh! Put back jam for Jones.
Kelvin Jones. Woo-hoo!
Virginia can hold for one if they want
The
it.
big man got ups. Braxton Key at the rack.
Oh! He's
Bishop.
going to go to the line for two. He was our Zaxby's player of the game in the first round against Arizona State. Shot 10 of 11 from the field, and he knocks down the first free throw.
He's been a little quiet here in the first half, but as always, efficient. He knocks down both of them, puts the lead back up to 6. Here comes the Blue Jays. They're going to have to hurry. 5 seconds, cross the timeline. Ballack. And that's an illegal screen on Damian Jefferson. That's a terrible foul.
After that big dunk from Jones, Virginia has regained the momentum going into half.
Kie Clark from half court. Oh, it's long. But we'll have to play you that Steve Irwin, This Is Sports Center commercial. One of our favorites here at Hutch and Huber.
Here we go. Well, there's an ad first. We're not going to give anybody free.
Free ad, only Zaxby's.
Only Zaxby's.
It's up to me, right? We'd have the crocodile hunting 24/7. Exactly. Every single time I do my bootlaces up, I'm staring death right in the eyes. How many baseballers are doing that? I'm with you, that's for sure. Crikey, stand back, John. Have a go at the size of this beauty. I got him, mate. Steve, don't. Ooh, isn't he gorgeous?
Isn't he gorgeous?
Any minute now. I'll catch up with you later. John, give us a hand, mate.
Oh, give that a search on YouTube.
I love John Anderson.
That's a classic. 1.2. This guy's got 95 subscribers, but it's got 1.2 million views on YouTube.
Well deserved.
Go give this.
Say, well deserved. And that was terrible.
Bad CRC. Bad Jay Williams.
He might. Let's see if Jay throws this one down.
Ah.
I'll get the angle off Alexander.
He had a nice first half, but we all want to see Jay Williams.
Jay Williams doesn't need a trampoline to dunk. He's got ups. Clark brings the ball across the timeline to start the second half. Gets into the lane, puts up a shot with his right hand. No good. Rebound to Jones. Kelvin Jones. Outlets to Alexander now. Alexander on the left side. Kihei Clark. Mismatch. He's guarding Bishop down in the low post. We'll see if Creighton can get it to him. They don't. Alexander, long two. No good. Rebound to Walden Tensei. Virginia back the other way. Clark throws to Diakite. Diakite all alone on the right side at the elbow. Throws it to Morcell. Now Clark on the left side.
Walden Tensei gets to that dominant left hand. Cookie! Stolen by Tyshawn Alexander. Here you're going to push it up the floor, up to Ballack. Ballack hands it off to Mahoney. Mahoney with a little space down low, but swiped right back by Walden Tensei. Thank you, come again.
Walden Tensei gets his hand in the cookie jar. Diakite over to Morcell. Morcell in the middle of the lane. He's going to go up strong with the left hand. No good. Rebound to Mahoney. Creighton running back the other way. Mahoney stops at the top of the key and sets up the offense. Mahoney gets into the lane, puts up the left hand. No good. Couldn't finish at the 10. Virginia back the other way quickly. Morcell now with the ball. Pulls it out high to the logo. Driving right, trying to get in the lane. Good defense by Creighton. Now Clark out high. 6 seconds on the shot clock. He gets a ball screen from Diakite coming off right. Throws it back to Morcell, top of the key, 3, a little bit long. Rebound to Jones.
Mahoney, corner, Ballack, corner tray ball. That rattles out. Rebound by Casey Morcell. He's going to push the break. He's had a little tough night. He's only 3 of 10 from the field. Gets to the rack. Left hand, foul. And that's going to be the third on Bishop. Morcell first. He greens it, knocks it down. Second one, he eyes and flies. That rattles out. Lead up to 7 for the Cavaliers. And Ballack gets to the hoop. Nice little finger roll of finish, and it's going to cut the Blue Jay lead to 5. And over on the neutral site over on TNS. Big upset alert. The Stanford Cardinals are up 62-38 on the Michigan State Spartans with 13 minutes to play. I don't think the Spartans will be able to come back from that one. And Virginia is looking, if they can pull off the upset tonight, if they can pull off a win against the Blue Jays, they'll have a pretty good run at the Elite Eight. Kelvin Jones inside, easy finish over Kihei Clark.
Nice pass by Alexander. He created that play off the bounce, penetrating the gap.
Tony Bennett calls a timeout here. Lead cut to 3 for the Cavaliers. Now Stanford up 26 with the ball. 13 minutes to go. As Cameron Walters calls for mercy rule in this game. Looks like the 11-seeded Stanford Cardinals will be heading on to the Sweet 16. A possible matchup with the Virginia Cavaliers.
Or the Creighton Blue Jays. Looks like this one's going to come down to the wire, Ster. We've had a close game all the way thus far, and no reason to expect that'll change in the last 17 minutes.
Yep, winner of this game will play, most likely, 99% likely, the Stanford Cardinals in the Sweet 16.
Or that's actually just the Stanford Cardinal. There's only one. Ballack with the board. Blue Jays bring it back the other way. Progress stop before he gets in the lane. Mahoney.
Tyshawn Alexander to tie it. Oh, it's long.
Diakite with the rebound.
How many shots has Tyshawn Alexander taken tonight?
20 plus.
Oh.
Diakite.
Oh, couldn't finish on his head. Whew.
Boy, that was a man's rebound and a man's attempt at a jam right there, but just couldn't get it to fall.
He went for the murder. He went for the throat. Ballack, corner 3, knocked it down. Ballack with a corner tray ball, and it's going to knot things up at 43 here in the second half. 16 minutes to play. We're all knotted up at 43. Here comes Morcell over to Wolin Tensei. Back over to Morcell. 10 on the shot clock. Gets a screen from Diakite. Gets in the middle of the lane. Fadeaway J. Nice, tough finish from Casey Morcell. He's got 10.
Nice response by Morcell, and Alexander actually hadn't taken a shot in a while. He's taken 17 shots now.
And Stanford up 29 now. They're running away with it.
Alexander brings it across the floor for the Blue Jays, throws it over to Ballack on the right side. Ballack is guarded by Morcell. Ballack pulls up for 3 with Diakite on top of the key. Rebound secured by Kelvin Jones, and he scores with the left hand at the 10.
Nice little finger roll.
Clark brings it across the timeline. Now Walden Tensei puts it off glass with his offhand. The Cavaliers back up 2. Back and forth we go, Ster.
Walden Tensei reminds me of a young me back at Providence High School.
And of course,
and the 90-91 was my favorite season. I bet you could say the same.
Well, that year we made the tournament, took a run at Villanova that year, but they came back on us.
We had an early 19-point first-half lead.
Lost by 10, I think.
Walden Tensei, stop, pop. That's off. Rebound, Diakite, and he can't finish with the right hand. Man, has Diakite been a manimal on the board. Garbage disposal.
Ballack has it out high at the logo for the Blue Jays, and now he's driving downhill.
Oof. Somebody get Hutch a glass of water.
Hey, it takes a lot of work. I'm commentating my 15th game of the tournament now.
We've done quite a few of them.
Been staying up all night prepping for these games.
Trying to stay in shape, Hutch. It's anytime fitness closing down has been a big bummer for us.
No doubt about it.
One of our favorite spots. One of our favorite places to be in all the world.
Morcell misses the shot, gets his own rebound, throws it out to Key, who throws it to Walden Tensei at the top of the key. Now he gets a ball screen from Diakite, comes off, keeps the 3, no good. Still all knotted up at 47 as the Blue Jays come down the other way and they draw a foul. It's going to be Christian Bishop going to the line for 2. He's got a chance to take the lead for Creighton.
He's off the mark on that first one. And his second one, he green beans it, and that's going to put the Blue Jays up 1. Back and forth we go here at the Staples Center. Don't know how the NCAA got this venue for the tournament.
Impressive.
Jay Huff, left hand. Woo-hoo-hoo! Nice little smooch off the glass, a little kiss.
Virginia immediately retakes the lead with 13 to play.
Another lead change.
Now Ballack.
He just hit that 3. Can't hit that one. Rebound to Jones. He's got that takeover. Damian Jefferson. 7 on the shot clock.
Good
Pulls it out.
By Braxton Key.
Woo. Behind the back. A little fancy. Tyshawn Alexander forces up a deep one. That's off. Rebound Mamadi Diakite. Kihei Clark pushing it up the right side. He'll pull it out, set up the offense. Refuses the screen from Diakite and can't get that one to go.
Ball rolled around the rim and just rolled off. Now Braxton Key guarding Jefferson out high at the logo. Just over 12 minutes to play. Virginia up 1. 5 seconds on the shot clock now. Creighton's offense looking stagnant. Jefferson's going to have to force one up from 30. A little bit long. Rebound to Jones. Over the line for 2. If you're Tony Bennett, you're not going to be happy with that effort on the boards from the Cavaliers.
Sometimes a team's best offense is offensive rebounding. And Kelvin Jones misses the first one and rattles home the second one to tie it up at 49. Another tie.
Clark brings it across for the Cavaliers.
Here comes Clark, driving right, gets to the elbow. Picks up his dribble, 8 on the shot clock. Key out to Walden Tensei. Gets the screen right, pulls it out. Tray ball, that rims out. Rebound to Kelvin Jones.
Kelvin Jones has been big on the boards in the second half here.
Pace of this game is really slowed down here in the second half as opposed to those first 12 or 13 minutes. Bishop, long 2 in the corner, rattled it home.
Well, we've seen Thomas Walden Tensei 1 for 7 from 3. Does kind of remind me of you in your playing days there, Stir.
Well, that one hurts, Hutch. That's a pretty rare performance for me. Maybe against Switzerland County in that semifinal game, but
or maybe any time certain people were in the stands. Braxton Key now in the short corner. He draws the reach-in foul from Damian Jefferson, his second. Exactly 11 minutes left to play in this ball game.
That statement's a little untrue.
No, there is factual evidence. As Walden Tensei throws it over to Diakite on the right side.
Well, beat the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs, but
that looks like me when I had my sweaty hands and the ball just slips.
Walden Tensei will go to the line for 2. Virginia now in the bonus. First shot is up there and good.
Chance to tie here for Walden Tensei, and he greens it. Ties it up at 51, another tie. But Hutch, we had to beat the Bulldogs for the first time in 8 years at that time. And
we did beat the Bulldogs back in the 90s.
Felt like I had a decent game with a certain someone in the stands.
Well, that doesn't really count because, well, anyways, Clark now out the key.
Irrelevant information.
Well, she doesn't listen, so.
I don't think anyone is.
Has she subscribed?
I don't think so.
That's
a damn shame.
Alexander brings it across. Creighton can hold for the last shot if they want it. Gets Clark on his back. Throws out to Bishop. Now to Jefferson. Ballack. He's going to have to force one up.
Got a nice corner 3. He greened it. Woo-wee!
Long 2. Should have gotten those puppies behind the line.
Right between his eyes, Hutch. He greened the bean out of that one. And that's going to put the Blue Jays up 4 here, heading into the final 10 minutes.
Starting to hate that saying.
Green bean?
I don't like green beans. I'm more of a fruit guy. I do like carrots, but as far as vegetables go, green beans are not good.
I'm a big green bean guy, especially when you saute them. Whew.
Well, Ballack has come up big here for Creighton in this game. Creighton up 4. And Ballack has the ball now out high at the logo. He's driving left to his strong side. Now back to the middle of the floor. Ballack gets position inside, puts it off glass with his right hand, and Creighton's up 6. Maybe their biggest lead of the ball game so far. Clark now controls the ball. Virginia trying to reset this game, slow down the tempo, and get a couple buckets to go in. Bit of a scoring drought here for Virginia. Walden Tensei drives to the middle, gives off to Diakite, under the hoop. Now back to Braxton Key, off glass, no good, a little bit strong. Creighton, no numbers, they'll pull it out. Ballack at the top of the key, throws over to Alexander on the right side, top of the screen. Alexander drives.
Clear the lane, take off. Tyshawn Alexander had a sort of a quiet start to the second half there. He only had 2 points in those first 10 minutes of the second half, but he slams one home right there. He's got 19, and the Blue Jays are up 8.
Creighton's starting to expand this lead now, up 8 with the ball.
Jefferson is hacked by Diakite. That's going to be his third. That's kind of a bad foul there. Damian Jefferson knocks down the first one. Second one here can extend their lead to double digits, and he will. Blue Jays up 61-51.
Well, Stir, with their lack of scoring ability, it's tough for Virginia to come back in the last 8-9 minutes of a game when you're down double digits.
Especially when their
guys to make shots.
Defense hasn't been up to par with how it normally is. They've already given up 61. Their season average is 52. Here comes Walden Tensei. He drives right. Maybe got hacked right there, and he can't finish. Rebound by Ballack. Here comes Ballack in the lane. Can't finish. Braxton Q with the rebound.
Well, we do know with this 24-second shot clock, things can change in a hurry.
Cavaliers haven't scored in the last 3 minutes. Kie Clark gets to the right hand, and he green beans that one. Little floater inside. Lead cut to 8. Kie Clark with a disastrous shooting night. He's 4 of 16 from the field with only 10 points. Man, they really need to start getting the ball down low. Kie Clark not shooting well. Walden Tensei cold from beyond the arc. And
Sure, I think they got to get Braxton Key more touches.
He had a big game last time, as well as Diakite. They've been quiet as of late. And over on the neutral site, the Stanford Cardinals are up 31 points with 4 minutes to play. And they'll play the winner of this game of the Sweet 16. Here comes Kie Clark back inside. Over to Walden Tensei. 8 on the shot clock. Oh, nice tight cut. Morcell hits the little 10-footer.
Nice action out of the Virginia offense.
Oof, one of my favorites.
Alexander brings the ball across the timeline. He drives left now. Throws back out to Ballack. High at the logo, top of the key.
Mahoney drives right, and nice finish. Mahoney, nice right-handed finish, gets the lead back up to 8 for the Blue Jays.
Is there anyone watching right now?
I don't think so. Nice lob to Braxton Key on his head, on the Bishop's head. Oh, my goodness.
There we go. Jones now with the ball at the top of the key. Throws over to Ballack on the right side. Now into Bishop. Bishop puts it up with his right hand. No good. Gets his own rebound twice. It's like a carnival out here. 3 shots for $1.
And he gets blocked by Diakite. Key up the Walden Tensei. Cavaliers a chance to cut into this lead again. Kie Clark down low. Nice finish. Among the Giraffes in transition.
The lead's down to 4.
Trying to improve that this horrendous shooting night he's had. He started off 3 of 15, now 5 of 17. Here comes Tyshawn Alexander. He's got 19. Trying to work the smaller Clark.
6 minutes to play.
Oh, and Clark.
Stolen away by Clark.
Thank
Virginia
you. Come again.
running up the other side.
Oh, Braxton Key! Woo-wee!
This is still March.
The Cavaliers cut the lead to 2 with 6 minutes to play. Here comes Tyshawn Alexander. Oh, almost stolen again. Back over to Mahoney. 12 on the shot clock. Baylock in the corner. He shoots it. 3 ball. He rattles it home.
Big answer from Ballack in the corner. Creighton up 5.
He's hit a couple from that spot. Here comes Clark. Left over to Morcell. Morcell driving right. Fadeaway 3. That's long. Rebound to Tyshawn Alexander, and the Blue Jays have numbers. Ballack pulls again. 3-ball. That's long.
Oh, Mahoney with the board. Open in.
The offensive rebounding just killing the Virginia Cavaliers here in the second half. They got to step it up on the boards.
Clark throws over to Walden Sensei. Now back to Clark on the left side. Comes off a ball screen. Getting into the lane. Puts it up. No good.
Oh, rattles off. Here comes Mahoney.
The other way. At the left elbow. He pulls it out. 12 on the shot clock. Alexander throws over to Jones. Kelvin Jones now into Ballack. Ballack backing down Clark. Back out to Alexander for 3 at the end of the shot clock. No good. Rebound Jones puts it up.
Oh, my goodness.
Virginia got the lead down to 2, and Creighton has responded with a 7-0 run to get it back up to 9.
Last 6 points for the Blue Jays have been off of offensive rebounds. They've been second chance points, and that's just killing the Cavaliers. And what will ultimately kill them here in the end. Stolen by Kelvin Jones. Tyshawn Ballack loves that corner spot. He rattles home another one. His third of the second half and a 10-0 run for the Creighton Blue Jays.
A possible dagger from Ballack in the corner.
Ring him up for Ballack.
Onions!
12-point lead for the Blue Jays. 4 minutes to play. And the Cavaliers, their season might be coming to a close here. And here's Jay Williams.
Throwing T-shirts.
Man, he loves it. Player of the game. Jordan player of the game, Kelvin Jones. We'll have to see about that one. I don't think he'll be our Zaxby's player of the game. But we'll have to see.
He has pulled down a lot of boards. Morcell drives middle. Progress stopped by Ballack. Morcell gets
nice
an angle.
Finish. Lead cut to 10. Morcell with 14 on the night. Virginia still time to come back into this one. 10 points isn't as big as you think it is with this 24-second shot clock. Ballack inside to Bishop. Bishop at the right elbow. 7 on the shot clock. Has Key on his back. Trying to work him. Tyshawn Alexander with a smaller Kihei Clark on him. Nice finish.
Yeah, bad defense by Clark there. I don't know why he gambled and went for the steal.
Kihei Clark has just been
should have walled up.
Subpar performance on the offensive and defensive end tonight. He's going to bite him in the butt here. Here comes Braxton Key over to Diakite. He can't finish. Rebound to Mahoney. 3 minutes to go. The Blue Jays are up 12. Here comes Ballack. Quick 3 from him.
Oh.
Have a little heat check from Ballack. He's had 3 balls in the second half.
Well, step back action as Clark gets in the lane. Puts off glass for 2.
Nice floater. Cuts the lead back to 10. And
Alexander now brings it across the timeline for the Blue Jays.
Less than 3 to play here.
Ballack at the top of the key, throws into Bishop. Bishop throws out to Mahoney. Mahoney guarded by Key. Comes off a ball screen from Jones. Now Ballack for 3 at the top of the key, no good. Jones
offensive rebound.
Offensive rebound.
Oh my. Kelvin Jones. Just been a suction cup on the offensive boards tonight. Here comes
overaction for Casey Morcell. He gives back to Clark. Virginia with 10 on the shot clock. Diakite working on Jones. He gets a ball screen from Key. 15-footer straight away, a little bit long. Jones with the rebound. Now you got to start thinking about fouling if you're Virginia.
Ballack, he's hot. Can't get it. Jones with another offensive board. And another finish from Kelvin Jones. 22 points, 22 rebounds.
What a performance by Kelvin Jones in this second half.
I might have to eat my words that I said a few minutes ago. This man.
Told you he had a lot of rebounds. Didn't know it was that.
Didn't think he had 22. Oh my sweet baby Jesus. Morcell inside. Blocked by Kelvin Jones. Clark 3 rimmed out, and Kelvin Jones pulls down his 23rd rebound of the night.
Holy cow.
Oh my goodness. The man on a mission. He has just been out-rebounding, out-manning, out-hustling Mamadi Diakite. Ballack, a corner 3. That rimmed out. Rebound by Walden Sensei.
It's about the 73rd of 3-point attempt from Ballack in this game.
Ballack, he hit 3 He's hit 3 in the second half, but he's missed his last 4 or 5. I think he's cold now. Clark inside, dishes it off to Diakite. He throws it down.
Well, Diakite, I believe a senior for Virginia, he's going out in style. As this one is all but over with 36 seconds left in the game as Bishop has the ball on the left side. Now Alexander at the top. Creighton came from behind to win this one, Stir.
All the size advantage. Kelvin Jones inside. Up with that left hand. Nice finish.
How fitting is that?
The green bean finger roll. He's got 24 and 23.
Creighton won't shoot again. There is no shot clock. 14-point lead for the Blue Jays. Virginia will put it up one last time.
Kie Clark to the rack. Dumps it off to Diakite over to Braxton Key. Kick out to Casey Morcell. Walden Tensei. Contested 3. Rattles out. Rebound, Diakite, and that'll be it, folks. The Creighton Blue Jays, they're moving on to the Sweet 16 to play the 11-seeded Stanford Cardinals. 81-67 win for the Creighton Blue Jays. And Hutch, I think it's going to be pretty easy to decide who our Zaxby's player of the game is.
Kelvin Jones was a monster tonight with 24 and 23. 11 of 11 from the field.
I think 5 or 6 of those were off of offensive rebounds. But Hutch, oh my goodness, that's more efficient than my dishwasher, my washing machine, my refrigerator, my microwave, and my stove all put together. Put them all together, not as efficient as Kelvin Jones. You look up the definition of efficiency in the dictionary, it's this man's beautiful mug right there. Tyshawn Alexander, my PT peer pick, had a nice game, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Mitch Ballack had a nice game, 18 points, but he took 23 shots, 4 of 15 from distance. Christian Bishop, 7 points, 8 rebounds. Damian Jefferson, 7 points, 5 rebounds. And Denzel Mahoney with 4 points, 5 rebounds. And to round off the Cavaliers, Kihei Clark had 14, but he was 0 of 8 from distance. Casey Morcell had 14, and he was 0 of 3 from distance. Thomas Walden Tensei, 9 points, 8 rebounds, 1 of 8 from distance. And Diakite, 11 points, 11 rebounds. And Braxton Key, 8 points, 9 rebounds. Let's go to that team comparison. I'm interested to see what the Cavaliers shot from distance. They were 2 of 22 from 3. 27 of 72 from the field. A lot of points in the paint tonight. And the Blue Jays just out-rebounded the Cavaliers. 23 offensive rebounds. That is ridiculous. And the points in the paint, pretty much dead even. A lot of them. But our player of the game, Kelvin Jones, 24 points. 24 rebounds. This man had one heck of a game. One to be remembered. And he helps his Blue Jays advance to the Sweet 16 where they'll play the Stanford Cardinals. Time and network to TBD. But that'll wrap up our second game of the night here on Hutch and Huber.
Wraps up our coverage of the second round as well.
And that'll be it for us this weekend. Catch us next week for our coverage of the Sweet 16. We appreciate your support here on Hutch and Huber. Make sure to subscribe and like all of our videos. And that'll wrap it up. So for my partner, Bryce the MVP Hutchins, I'm Sterling Huber. Good night here from Hutch and Huber.